So, very good evening, everyone. And in today's session, we'll start with features of Java. After that, I'll explain you versions of Java. Okay. So, meanwhile, I'll pause these charts. And if any doubts, I'll give you time at the end of this session. You can ask me. So, this is the statistics what I'm showing. 300 people got registered, 150 people attended first day, 70 second day, and 30 third day. That's it. So now we have 30 members in our room. So friends, before you buy any product from the market, you are going to check the features of the product. In the same way, Java is also having some awesome features, which makes Java as one of the best programming language for developing applications for internet. And I have listed all the features here. Java is simple, it is object oriented, it is portable, it is platform independent, architectural neutral, dynamic, distributed, secure, it is robust. The Java applications will run on high performance, means the performance of Java applications is very high. Java is a multi-threaded programming language. Let me explain each and every feature in detail. Java is simple language. Why? Because Java takes the syntax of the language from C, and Java takes the features from C++. And the complex concepts like pointers are removed from Java. So Java doesn't have any pointers concept. C++ is known as superset of C language. C is known as subset of C++. But whereas Java is known as first cousin of C and second cousin of C++. So I always say that if you have prior knowledge of C or C++, or if both, then learning of Java will be very, very easy for you. But if you don't have any knowledge, if you don't have knowledge on C, C++, then it's okay. You have to struggle a lot. You need to work hard. For everyone, if it is taking 2 months of time, then it will take 3 months of time because you don't have any prior programming experience, and that is the fact. People in industry will say that, hey, no need to learn any language, you can learn Java directly. Guys, the benefit of learning one programming language before learning Java is you'll be familiar with the programming. But whereas if Java itself is your first programming language, definitely you'll struggle a bit. Object-oriented is nothing but it is the style of writing program. So there are totally two styles in which the instructions are given to the computer. The first one is POP, which is known as procedure-oriented programming approach. Second one is OOP, object-oriented programming approach. This POP and OOP are nothing but the styles, or we can say programming paradigms through which an application can be built. More about OOP we'll see later once we enter into the programming part. But as of now, you just understand that Java programming language supports object-oriented programming concepts. And for object-oriented programming, the two building blocks are classes and objects. Classes and objects are the two building blocks of object-oriented programming, and encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, and inheritance are the four pillars on which the object-oriented programming is built actually, are the four pillars on which the object-oriented programming concepts are built. This object-oriented programming approach makes our program so flexible. The next, Java is portable. Portable means easy to carry. That's nothing but programs which are written on one system, programs which are written on one machine can be easily shifted to any other machine and they can be compiled there and they can be executed there. That's we call portable. The next feature of Java is platform independent and architectural neutral. This is one of the very important feature of Java. Why? Because all the other features what I've explained you just now, what are the features I've explained you, those features are available in other languages also. But this is one feature which is not available in other languages like C or C++. What do you mean by platform independent? When application is capable of running on any operating system, irrespective of its underlying hardware, that feature is known as platform independent. Means on any operating system, architectural neutral is nothing but on any hardware. So how Java is achieving this? So the piece of code what you write in Java is known as source code, and the source code is always saved in a file having extension as .java. Then by using a tool called Java compiler, we compile our Java program. If there are any errors, we'll rectify it, and we'll be keep on rectifying those errors till the program is error free. Once if the program is error free, then the compiler will produce bytecode and that will be saved in a file having extension as .class file. Bytecode is known as intermediary code. It is neither the source code nor the machine code. Means it is not understood by human being as well as it is not understood by your computer system also. Okay. So these codes are known as intermediary codes or byte codes. And these bytes codes are given to a special program known as Java virtual machine. And these Java virtual machines are available for each and every operating system separately. They're available for different operating systems. Means the Java virtual machine of Windows is different from the Java virtual machine of Unix. And Unix virtual machine is different from Mac, and the Java virtual machine which is running on mobile devices is different. Means Sun Microsystem company has developed different virtual machines for different platforms and different operating systems. So guys, whenever you go to, like whenever you open a browser and try to download Java software, let me go to Google, let me type download JDK 21. Say it is the latest version. You'll be redirected to the downloads. When you go to downloads, it will tell you, do you want to download Java for Linux? Do you want to download Java for Mac? Do you want to download Java for Windows? So what is changed? The programming language will not change. The programming language will remain the same. Only the virtual machines will be different from the operating system to operating system. So this concept of Java virtual machine makes your Java programming language as platform independent. So in the first day of my WhatsApp community, I've asked one question. Is JVM is platform dependent or independent? Most of the students has chosen JVM is platform independent. Why? Because they have learned somewhere in their college or somewhere in any institution or in Java course that Java is a platform independent programming language. Yes, no doubt in that. Java is a platform independent programming language, but the question what I'm asking is JVM is independent or dependent? So guys, the answer is JVM is platform dependent. That's the reason for every operating system we have a separate Java virtual machine. So when when JVM is platform dependent, it is able to make your Java as platform independent. So your Java applications are platform independent because of JVM is dependent. That is the answer you should understand actually. Java is dynamic programming language. What do you mean by dynamic? While executing Java programs, the user can get the required files dynamically at runtime. Means anything which happens at runtime is known as dynamic. Means while you are executing Java applications, and if your application requires any supporting files, is it clear? Then your application can load those supporting files from your machine or from remote servers. Why? Because your system will be connected to the internet. It also supports functions from native languages like C and C++. Means the functions of C and C++ also you can use it in Java if at all required for you. And it supports dynamic compilation. Dynamic compilation means at runtime, your Java programs will be compiled. So there are so many things happening at runtime. That's the reason we call Java as a dynamic programming language. Even Java is a distributed programming language. That's the thing, but we can split a program into multiple parts and store these parts on different computers. A programmer sitting on a machine can access another program running on another machine. Means programs can interact with each other. This is what we call distributed computing power of Java. Secure. Java programs are not running on your hardware directly. They are not running on your operating system directly. They runs inside a virtual machine, which is known as sandbox. So Java doesn't support any explicit pointer concept because they are not interacting with your memory directly. They are running on a sandbox. They are running on a virtual environment that we call JVM. And bytecode verifier checks the code fragments. That's the thing, but the code for illegal code and that can violate access right to the object. Means bytecode verifier is a program which is part of your JVM that keeps on checking whether your code is having like correct syntax or not. Your code is having, if any error, then immediately it will report it. Java is robust programming language. Robust, the dictionary meaning of robust is strong. It's a strong. So it has the capacity to handle runtime errors. So let's try to understand what do you mean by runtime error. So guys, whenever you are using any like app in your mobile, sometimes what happens, like your app will crash immediately with no reason, or your phone will restart. So these are because of some bugs which are there in those apps. So before you download any new app from the Play Store or iOS store, what you do, like you just check the reviews of that app. And if anyone is writing negative reviews that after installing this, my phone is going dead slow, or it abnormally stops every time, then you don't take forward step to install that app on your handset. So Java has the capacity to handle those runtime errors. Is it clear? So because of this reason, we say Java is a robust programming language. Because see, developing application is very easy, but once you develop that application and you deliver it to your client, and in client place, if your application doesn't perform well, if it is creating a lot of issues, then the client will lose trust on you. They will lose trust on your company, and they may not offer you future projects. Is it clear? So you need to take care of this runtime, like how smartly you handle these runtime errors. High performance. See, the performance of Java is very impressive because for an means any language which is interpreter based, generally the performance will go down actually. But what Java will do, Java has provided one more component called JIT, just-in-time compiler. So for the first time when you run any program, then your Java compiler is going to compile that program and it is going to produce bytecode. And if you are not doing any changes in your code, and again, if you keep on running that code again and again, then your Java compiler is not going to recompile the program. Your bytecode is just compiled by your JIT compiler, what we call just-in-time compiler. So it saves a lot of recompilation time, and it makes your application to perform well actually. Okay, this is what we call high performance. The next feature of Java is multi-threaded. This is also one of the beautiful feature of Java. So see, generally, if you have knowledge of any programming language, then I'll just give you an idea. Suppose in C language, you have written one function, F1. You have written one function, F2. You have written one function, F3. You have written one function, F4. You have written multiple functions. So when you run your program, first F1 will run. After completion of F1, then F2 will run. After completion of F2, F3 will run. Means these functions will get executed one after the other. Multi-threading is a feature where all functions will run parallelly. Like in your day-to-day life, you say like, hey, that guy is a multitasking guy. That guy can do like multiple things at the same time. In the same way, suppose if you take one game actually, just imagine like how game works. So how game works? So if this is the game, imagine, and you have one bird flying here, okay, and there is one helicopter who is moving here and there. There is one gunman who is shooting, and when the gunman hits shift button, one fire effect will come. So if you look at from the programming perspective, all these birds which are flying here are nothing but the objects. Okay, with the help of some methods, the objects are moving here and there. And this gunman will be controlled by using arrow keys. Okay, and when you hit any shift key or control, automatically the fire effect will come. That's the thing, but multiple functions are running parallelly. Is it clear? So for Java plays very, very important role in game development. So with the help of this multi-threading feature, you can develop games in Java. And any server applications, if you take it, a server is nothing but a program which is running on a remote machine, and it gives services to the clients. So servers are capable of giving handling multiple client requests simultaneously. So the servers which are running, they are designed based upon this multi-threaded feature. So guys, these are the features which makes Java as one of the powerful programming language. Now, before we start working with Java language, it's better to understand the versions. So what is the latest version? I'll show you. Latest version of Java is 22. But the versions of Java started from 1.0. And I just said Sun Microsystem is the company who developed Java, and Oracle Corporation has taken over Sun Microsystem on January 27th and 2010. So from 2010, today is 2024, last 14 years, the development of Java is taken care by Oracle Corporation. So Java has started its journey from the year 1995 or 96, we can say, and with 1.0 version. And within the next 1 year, they released the second version with 1.1. And for every version, they used to give some code names, like your Android is also having some names like Kit Kat, is it clear? Ice cream sandwich, okay, something like that. So 1.2, it's released after 1 year. 1.2 and 1.3, you can see there is 2 years of gap. Okay. Again, 1998 to 2000, we have 2 years. Again, here you have 2 years gap. Again, you are 2 years gap. And if you see like from 2006 to 2011, almost there is a 5 years of gap in the new version release. Because in 2010, the company takeover has taken place, and Oracle Corporation has decided that we don't give this many years of gap in releasing the new versions. For every 6 months, we'll be keep on releasing the Java versions. So from that time, you can see every March, September, March, September, March, September, March, September, you will see the Java versions are released. And LTS stands for long-term support. That's the thing, but Java will provide support up to SE11 actually. Is it clear? Before SE8. So like LTS, you can imagine that it is a standardized version. Is it clear? So till today, if you see, there are companies who are developing projects by using Java SE8 only. Okay, and when I prepared this slide, I have just prepared up to 2022 only. I think in the beginning of 2023 last year when I made this data is only available. So the LTS version now it is available is 17, but after 18, 19, 20, 21, is it clear? 22. So if you want to know all these things, then you can simply go to wikipedia.org. So here you can see the Java version history, and they'll give you like right from 1.02. You can see here the latest version of Java is Java SC22, and it's released in 19th March 2024. Okay, like it will release actually. Is it clear? 2024. So 21 is the LTS version. So guys, remember, no one will come forward and start using the immediate latest version. Why? Because the latest versions may have some bugs. They have to test it so many like the features of the latest version. So it is always recommended to work with some older versions of Java. Is it clear? So Java 17 is the LTS version. So many companies are preferring working with 17 only, and still there are so many companies who are working with 8 and 11 only. So this is about the version history. But still, if you want to go deep into this, so right from 1.0, you'll get the complete information like what features they have introduced. So Java is ruling the industry since 28 years. You can see here 28 years, and it will rule the industry because there is no such powerful programming language which can compete with Java. Is it clear? See, there are so many languages are there, but every language has its own strength and weakness, and every language will have its own focus area. So if you take Python, Python's focus area is like data science, AI, and ML. Is it clear? Means Python will work on analyzation. Python will help in building a decision-making system, reportings. But whereas Java is used to develop enterprise level applications. So Java's strength lies over there. Next. Let me explain you the exact difference between portable and platform dependent, because so many students has a lot of confusion between these portability and platform independency and dependency. C program and C++ are known as portable programming languages. And of course, Java is also a portable programming language. But being portable, it is platform independent also. But whereas C++ are portable and platform dependent. So what do you mean by portable? When you can copy the source code of the program from one operating system to another operating system, then it is known as portability. Means you cannot copy the executable file. Means once you compile your C++, it will produce executable file. You cannot copy that executable file and you cannot run that executable file on the Linux OS. Why? Because the executable file will contain the machine instructions which are generated for the underlying operating system. When your operating system like changes, it won't execute it. So what you can do is you can copy the source code file, means .c file or .cpp file, and you have to recompile it again on that targeted operating system, and it will produce the new executable file targeted to that operating system. So copying source code from one platform to another platform is known as portability feature. But whereas Java programs, if you take it, whenever you compile your Java program using Java compiler, it doesn't produce machine code. It doesn't produce executable code. It produces an intermediary code, which is known as the byte code. These byte codes are executed by the virtual machines, which are available on the respective operating systems. So Java claims one slogan: write once, run anywhere. Write once, run anywhere. And C language claims write once, compile anywhere. Is it clear? So portability and platform independence, you just try to understand the difference. C program source code. Source code you'll copy from one machine to another machine. And again, you have to recompile it on the targeted machine. But whereas platform independence, compiled code you can copy from one machine to another machine and it can be executed on the targeted machine directly. This is we call actually platform independence. Okay. So C, C++ says that write once and compile anywhere. And Java says that write once and run anywhere. These are the two slogans, what WCA and WORA, what we call actually. One of the famous slogan of Java is write once and run anywhere. So guys, can you look at this picture? Uh, can you look at this picture? And can you say like, uh, see on machine 1, this code will run. On machine 2, this code will run. And it won't run on machine 3. Why? Because the machine 3 is not having, JVM installed on it. And to run a bytecode, to run the Java bytecode, or we can say the .class files, virtual machine is required. Is it clear? Because virtual machine will provide you the runtime environment for executing those applications. So guys, this is about features of Java as well as these versions of Java. Now, before we start writing programs in Java, you need to understand one point, that is, what is path variable? What is path variable? See, Java programs can be written on any text editor like Notepad, but Notepad doesn't know where the compiler is. Means you'll simply open Notepad. Like if you have already learned Java, then you might have knowledge on this. You can simply open Notepad, okay, and you can write a Java program. But to compile Java program, what you need? You need a compiler. Where the compiler is available? Compiler will be available in the installation folder of Java. Wherever the Java is installed, in that folder, it will be available there. So your Notepad doesn't know where Java is installed. And compiler is not like an icon. So like like after installation of Java, if you see anything on your desktop, you won't find anything, because the Java compiler is not an icon so that you just click it and check it out. To access Java compiler, we need command line. Means you need to go to this command prompt interface, and from here you need to run your Java programs. Is it clear? You need to access your Java compiler from the command prompt. So you need to understand the importance of path variable so that you'll understand why you need to set the path for of Java compiler. So let me show you something very, very interesting. Create a folder in C drive with the name sample and create a notepad file, profile.txt, simply. So what I'll do is I'll go to this C drive. Okay, this is my C drive, and here I'll just create what I said. I have asked to create a folder, so I'll create a folder with the name sample. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll open Notepad, and I'll create. This is my first Java class. Okay, and I'll save it. I've been said that please save it with the name profile.txt. Any name you can give it, but I'm just giving profile.txt. Go to C drive, and you'll find one folder with the name sample. You save it there. It's saved. You can see here profile.txt. You'll see here. Okay, you just close this now. Now, what you can do is you go to this command prompt, cmd, and if you want to open this notepad file, is it clear? From command prompt, what you should do, you should say cd root. Okay, you'll go to this root. Here you have to say cd sample and notepad, and you can say profile.txt. Automatically your file will be opened here Is it clear? Automatically your file will be opened here. Now, imagine you are not in C drive, you are in E drive. You are in E drive, somewhere here. Here you want to open that profile.txt. So we'll say notepad. Okay, and if you say profile.txt, what it is saying? What it is saying, observe, cannot find the file. It's saying that profile.txt is not available. Means this notepad application don't know where it has to search for profile.txt. It doesn't know where it has to search for profile.txt. But if you add this profile.txt on a path variable, then automatically you can access it from anywhere. You have to add this profile.txt on a path variable. Is it clear? So if you try to open this from root variable, it won't show. So that is the reason we need to set, we need to use path variable to set a directory to the path so that we don't need to navigate to the directory to open any file inside it. Let's try it, guys, once. Let's try it. I'll say right click on this PC, go to properties, and in properties you'll find advanced system settings, then go to environment variables, and don't this is for user variable, this is for system variables. So in system variables, you just choose this path and click on this edit. Okay, and here you just click on new, and here you can say C drive / sample. Just type this sample and click on OK. Click on OK. Again, click on OK, and you close this. Now, again, you go to this command prompt. This time from here, if you give, or you go to E drive, and you say notepad, and you can say profile.txt. Just a minute. Let me check whether I've set the path properly or not once. Advanced system settings, go to this environment variables, then go to this path variable somewhere here, path variable, then say edit. Okay, and sample. If it's not happening today, tomorrow I'll just check it out and tell you. So I'll open this CMD. I'll say notepad. You can open notepad from anywhere, there won't be any problem, but my goal is to open this notepad, and I'll say profile.txt. No, it's not opening. I'll just check it out and I'll tell you. So this is how we need to set the path variable, guys. So your Java compiler is available. Your Java compiler is available somewhere in the installation directory. You should be in a position to open that file from anywhere. You should be in a position to compile the Java program from anywhere. That's we said. We use path variable to set to a directory to the path so that we don't need to navigate to the directory to open any file inside. Means you need not to go to that particular directory to open that. So I'll just be E drive. I'll say simply profile.txt. So guys, this is, sorry, you need not to type notepad. You can simply say the file name profile.txt. It will get opened from anywhere. You can see here. It's open directly. You can go to D drive. D drive. You need not to type the notepad again. Here you can say profile.txt. Is it clear? It's open. Now you do one thing. You do one thing. You close all these command prompts, whatever I've opened. All the command prompts, you close it, and whatever the path you have set, that you remove it. The path what you have set, that you remove it. So what I'll do is, I'll go to this advanced system settings, environment variables, and here I'll go to this path variable. Path variable, go to edit. What I'll do is I'll remove the sample. Okay, I'll remove this C drive / sample. I'll say okay. I'll say okay. I'll say okay. And I'll just close this. Now I'll go to this command prompt. And here, if I type profile.txt, it will say that it is not recognized. But if you want to open, what you have to do, you should go to the directory. So cd sample. And here, if you say profile.txt, it will get opened. But if you go to any other directory, like say E drive, and there if you say profile.txt, it will say that it is not recognized. So to make this profile.txt file to open from anywhere in your machine, being in any directory, then what you have to do, you have to set the path. So let me show you once again. Let me show you once again. Environment variables. Go to this path, and here you can say new C:\\. So I'll say sample. And I'll say okay. I'll say okay. I'll say okay. I'll close this. Now you open command prompt. You go to E drive. Anywhere you go and you just type profile.txt, it will get open. This is what the importance of setting path variable, guys. Everyone who learns Java, they will install Java and they'll set path for Java C compiler. But before you do that, you need to understand the importance of path variable first. Is it clear? So this is how we need to work with path variable. And it's enough for today. In tomorrow's class, I'll show you how we can work with the installation part of Java, how we can install a Java software. And once we install, what we get it as a part of Java, that everything we'll see in tomorrow's class, guys.